But yeah, Terminator. What I wanted to say about that, my top. Why am I doing it like this? My top three favorite movies are Back to the Future, Terminator 2, and The Dark Knight. One of which is shit. One of which is here, and this is Terminator 1, not 2. Anyway, The Dark Knight, out of these top three movies, is the only one that came out during my lifetime. But out of these three movies, it is the only one that I have not seen in cinema. So that's something interesting, I guess. Um, and yeah, I totally agree that Terminator 2 is the best movie in that franchise, easily. Um, saw all three as they came out. What do you? Oh, you mean yeah, yeah. Okay. Um, and speaking of Terminator, I also have a Terminator 5 and 6 poster in my room. The Terminator 5 poster is actually really good because it's like a limited one. I haven't seen that motive anywhere else before, and it's a great motive. I love it. The old Batman movies. How old are we going? Do you mean 80s? Do you mean how was he called? I I forgot. I forgot how the actor was called. But do you mean the 80s or do you mean 40s? Or do you mean 60s, which was a show and not movies, but there was a movie? In any case, I have to say, yes, I have seen all of it except the 40s. I have not seen any black and white Batman stuff. Oh, Batman 1943 was not a movie. It was a show as well. Oh, Avatar is also interesting. And I mean, Star Wars, kind of obvious. Like there is not much to say about it, right? So, like, yeah. And Superman the movie has been a long time since I've seen that. I may need to check that out again. Um, the one from '89 onwards. So, the first two were good. I don't know if you like the last two. George Clooney, bad nipples and stuff. I did not. All four of them. Again, I haven't seen them in a long time, but all four of them. By the way, thinking of these makes me think of Superman Returns, a movie that came out in 2006, I think. Um, but ignores everything after Superman 2, if I'm not mistaken. So it's basically like a sequel to Superman 2, if I'm not mistaken. Why is it a thing nowadays to have movies that are sequels or prequels that have the exact same title as the original? Well, sequels or prequels that ignore something. Or just in general. Why? There is one in cinema right now. It's called Scream. It's not a remake, it's a sequel. It's Scream 5, but it's just called Scream. Halloween 2018? The Thing 2011, it was a prequel, it's not a remake. Uh, Final Destination, the fourth one is The Final Destination. Actually, that title makes sense. But still, the Fast and the Furious, the fourth one is called Fast and Furious. Candyman, the newest one that came out recently that ignores Candyman 2 and 3, but is a sequel, also Candyman. There's so much more. Alice in Wonderland, the original classic, like the cartoon, and then the new Tim Burton one. The Tim Burton one is a sequel, but it's also just called Alice in Wonderland. And so on. There are so many. Why? The movie series Shaft has 3 movies with that title, and all of them are sequels to each other, technically. Oh yeah, I totally agree. Candyman. I have watched Candyman for like all 3 of them for the first time before the new one came out, before watching the new one. And I like the idea a lot. He may actually be like one of my favorite slasher like characters, villains. They might be a bit cringe now, but well, I don't really mind that much. I'm just what from what I know, weren't they really bad, like 3 and 4 of the Superman movies? I have a whole list of that. Wait, let me pull that out. There is more. Yes, Freddy is my top 1 favorite slasher villain. Yeah, because just, yeah. But what I find weird about Freddy specifically, people hate the remake, and one of the main reasons why they seem to do so, at least from what I've heard, is because he's not funny anymore, and he has been funny in the franchise in general. Have they seen the first movie? The first movie is not funny. The first movie is a serious horror movie. They made him funny later on. But like, why weren't the first two like successful enough? Oh, that I can totally understand. Like, I'm not a big fan of Man of Steel, which, I mean, Man of Steel is like, okay, we also have Batman v Superman, we also have Justice League and stuff, but I mean like pure Superman movies. I'm not a big fan of Man of Steel. Again, it's been a long time since I've seen the old ones. I need to rewatch them. Wait, is that one out already? Oh, it will come out next week. Next week on Friday, a movie comes out. A movie called Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's a sequel to the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We also have Godzilla. The original is called Godzilla. Then we had a whole bunch of movies, like I think like 17 or so in the Showa era, and then they rebooted it with Godzilla 1985. Or no, wait, it was called The Return of Godzilla. That's the English title. The Return of Godzilla. But the original Japanese title is also just Godzilla. Ooh, that sounds interesting. And to be fair, I don't like the later Freddy movies. Like the by that I mean 4, 5, and 6. I'm not the biggest fan. I and 2. But 3 is probably my favorite in the franchise because of the concept. Like, you have a supernatural villain who is in your dreams and kills you in your dreams, but you also die in real life. And then the movie takes place in a mental asylum, so nobody believes them. That's I love that idea so much. That's also why I have a huge weakness for Cult of Chucky, which is so far the newest Chucky movie, excluding the remake, which also has that same thing. It also takes place in an asylum, and it's about a murdering doll. Nobody believes them. I love that. Oh, and I loved Freddy's New Nightmare. That's what it was called, right? That was also amazing. I love Godzilla. I have seen every single Godzilla movie ever, including one short movie that probably nobody even knows about. I like Godzilla a lot. And this is the one that everyone seems to hate, but I like it. It's fun. Yeah, that's all I can say. It's fun. If you ignore that it's supposed to be Godzilla. That I have to add. But it flopped so hard that they completely cancelled the plans of making a trilogy. They had a trilogy in mind. They had the Godzilla the rights to use that name for a certain amount of years to make a trilogy. After the first movie, they just let it run out. They just waited it out and gave it back, basically. Except there is a sequel in form of an animated series that is actually supposed to be pretty good. I haven't seen it. And also, little fun fact, after that thing returned to like Japan, they actually included that version of Godzilla into their canon. They didn't call it Godzilla, it's just called Zilla. That's the official title of that thing now. Okay, officially speaking, they are two separate things, but come on. And Zilla, in Godzilla Final Wars, which came out in 2005, I think, was beaten by the real Godzilla in like 2 seconds. And that was its only appearance in a Japanese movie. And Godzilla vs. Kong was a ton of fun. I loved it. By the way, I like movies, in case you haven't noticed. And I have seen a few movies. Another franchise. Star Trek, the original movie. It's called Star Trek the Motion Picture. But let's be fair, who calls it that? We can just refer to it as Star Trek or as the Star Trek movie, the first Star Trek movie, whatever. Essentially the main thing being Star Trek. But then in 2009, we had a sequel, a slash soft reboot, which is a sequel by definition, that is also called Star Trek. I have also seen them all, but with like the original series it's been a long time and I haven't seen any of the shows or anything. Maybe I should rewatch it. I remember the first one being pretty boring, but I remember liking the second one. But yeah, I was never like a Star Trek fan or anything. I just watched all of them because I'm a completionist, and Star Trek was one of these things that like everyone knows. Like you know, everyone knows it. So I was curious. I wanted to see what it's about. I watched the first movie. I found it kind of boring, but I'm a completionist, so I watched all of them. Yeah, that's what it comes down to. but I'm like not a huge fan or anything. I don't know a lot of, yeah. I do not know. I have no clue. Oh no, my ears. Wait, this. Yes. Now it's better. Yes. Um, is it a long movie? Oh, what the fuck? The original Star Trek movie is over 2 hours long. Really? Holy shit! I don't remember it being that long. Didn't I say I don't want to do this on stream, like in this stream? It's even longer? Wait. You mean 143 minutes? Which is almost 2.5 hours? That's like the only thing I can find right now. Anyway, moving on. We have Evil Dead. And we have Evil Dead from 2013, which is a soft reboot, aka sequel by definition. It's not a remake. I don't know. It wasn't referred to as uncut. It was referred to as, wait, give me a second. Network television and pan and scam home video versions. But yeah, that's the longest I can find. By the way, another franchise with an upcoming movie that is the same title as... Oh, it's not upcoming, it came out 2 years ago. Never mind. Another one, Children of the Corn, and its sequel from 2020, Children of the Corn. Evil Dead 3 was the best? Well, that depends on what you're looking for, right? Like, the third one, Army of Darkness, it's just a ton of fun. It is great fun, but it's like not horror at all. So if you're looking for horror, then maybe the other ones are better. I have seen it, but it's been a long time. I can't remember it at all. Speaking of slapstick comedy, The Naked Gun. Oh my god, The Naked Gun. Also, just to finish that, let me mention the rest that I have here on my list. We have Predator and The Predator from 2018. We have The Grudge from 2004, like the American remake, and we have The Grudge from 2020. We have Rings, which is The Ring, the franchise, The Ring. We have Rings from 2005, which is a short movie bridging The Ring 1 and 2. And we have Rings from 2017, which is the third full movie. And then we also have Suicide Squad and The Suicide Squad. That's all I have in terms of sequels with essentially the same title. And yes, oh my god, Naked Gun is amazing. I love the Naked Gun so much. The first one is my favorite comedy movie, like, ever. And also Airplane, Die unglaubliche Reise in einem verrückten Flugzeug. Such a stupid and overly long German title. It's amazing. I agree. It was very good. I've seen it in German, I think like 2 or 3 times, and once in English, and yeah, they did a great job. Which is very rare, especially with comedy movies, like to have like a good translation of the jokes, because some of them just don't work in other languages. So you actually, when you're trying to translate it, you have to come up with different jokes that also fit. That requires work. Many people don't want to work. And they did a great job in Airplane. Crawl is a masterpiece. Wait, let me check. Let me check if it actually is. I don't know this one. How do I not know this one? Oh, apparently it's on my watch list. But there are over 3,000 movies on my watch list, so... Does it? Now I need to see it. It does look interesting. And apparently it features a young Liam Neeson. Oh, you mean that thing? Okay, that is a cool looking thing. Nice. I want to see it now. Is this a fidget spinner? Who was that again? And why does that name not show up on my trusted site? Robbie Coltrane? Oh, there it is. Oh, it's this guy! Okay, okay, okay. Damn. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's exactly the stuff I mean. And now imagine trying to translate comedy that way. It just doesn't work. Like sometimes, even in recent times, I saw movies in German where there was like a joke, and I understood it because I thought that, because I had in mind how it was probably said in English. Because in English it would have actually made sense that way. Understandable. Yeah, that's fair, Buksana. It is an older movie. 1983. The director is Peter Yates. That name rings a bell. Okay, I've seen nothing. Did he direct anything on my watch list? No. Well, except Crawl, but no. Why does that name ring a bell then? Hmm. Okay. Anyway. Oh. No. Anyway, I think that's gonna be it for today. It has been a lot of fun, and I kind of would have liked to actually finish Heim now that I was already on it, but I feel like that's gonna take another like few hours, and I don't know. I don't want it enough to actually do it, you know? So, yeah. You have seen the entirety of the game, or almost the entirety, which is incredible, since again, that is the longest game that I've ever finished on stream as of right now, with almost 20 hours. So, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Peter Yates made a lot of different movies over the years. Another director who made a lot of different movies that comes to mind is Stanley Kubrick. But yeah, that's kind of an obvious one. So yeah. But yeah, I hoped you liked that game. I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was cool. I would definitely recommend getting it, especially if it's cheap. It costs like what? How much does it cost? 14 right now, and that's like the full price, 14 euros. Come on. For a 20-hour game, that's okay. I don't regret giving him that money. So, yeah. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today. I will be back tomorrow with Blair Witch. Will Rainali stream tomorrow? Are there any updates? There are not. I think at least. Oh, there are so many new messages in general. Oh wait, he did write something in general. But not really. Wait. Why can I not? Oh my god, Wait. Ah, there we go. Okay, there are no updates. So I will just assume that he will probably stream, I guess, because I think he would have told us if he wasn't gonna do that. I'm assuming. I'm just guessing. Anyway, regardless, I will be back tomorrow with Blair Witch at, let's say, at the same time, at 8. And yeah, that's gonna be it for today, I guess. Thank you very much for joining. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for the good talk. I always love to talk about movies. Like, that's something you can always get me with. If I'm running out of topics, mention a random movie and I will have something to talk. Like, I love talking about movies. Again, I literally have 3 movie posters right behind me right now. So, yeah. And also, I have the 3D Blu-ray of Terminator 2! In case, I don't think I've ever showed that before, but I love the cover, it's so cool. And this image is still haunting me to this day. Come on. Yeah. I have seen this movie in 3D in cinema, it was an incredible experience, I loved it. James Cameron knows his shit, he knows what he's doing with 3D. Like, this movie in cinema, to me, felt like it was a movie that was actually shot in 3D, not one that was converted. Which was my main reason for buying this. He absolutely did. What was his name? Ron? Oh no, I forgot. Ron something, I think. And by the way, this has 2 Blu-rays, which is okay, one of them is 3D. It was not shot in 3D, yeah, and that's what I mean, it was converted, but it didn't look converted. James Cameron did a great job with that. It looked like it was actually shot in 3D. That's what I mean, and it was so convincing. And yeah, this includes 2 Blu-rays. On one of them, we have the cinema version, we have the special edition, which is longer, and we have the extended special edition in 2D. And then on the 3D Blu-ray, we only have the cinema version, which is kind of a shame. I would have liked to have like the longer versions in 3D as well. But can't do anything about it. This image is amazing. And this actor is amazing in this role. I 100% agree. Yeah, I think Avatar was shot in 3D. And while I like Avatar, it's been a long time since I've seen it. I've seen it in cinema back in the day, by the way. It was like my first big 3D experience. Of course, like, I had the red and blue glasses. Of course, I had that experience with 3D VHS tapes and stuff. But like, the first, like, oh shit, don't drop it. Put it here. But like, that was the first experience, let's say, after I turned 6 or so. So yeah. You never did. I remember we had them, and I remember we had videotapes, but I don't remember what was on them. I can't remember the movies themselves. I just remember watching them. And at some point, like a few years ago, I asked my mother what happened. Like, we still have the glasses even. And I asked my mother, like, what happened with the tapes? I always wanted to rewatch them and to like re-experience them. And she said that apparently she borrowed them to someone. She lent them to someone and just never saw that person again, and they were just gone, which is a shame. But we still have the glasses. Oh yeah. And Avatar plus this movie are the reasons why I am excited for Avatar 2. Not Avatar as in the movie, but Avatar as in the technical aspect, the 3D. Avatar was the movie that brought 3D back single-handedly. Of course, 3D has been a thing in the 50s and in the 80s, but Avatar brought it back in 2009, but let's say in the 2010s. And then, he has also proven with this movie how good of a job he can make at it. Now 3D kind of fizzled away, people don't really want to see it anymore, I feel. Yeah, exactly. But Avatar 2 is coming, and that I believe is gonna revive it again, especially with what he's planning with it. As far as I know, Avatar 2 is going to be the first movie you can watch in 3D in cinema without glasses. Just with your eyes. And that I want to see, and that I'm excited for. And this movie, again, together with Avatar, the first one, makes me hopeful because these prove that James Cameron knows what he's doing with 3D. I don't know how. I want to see how. I need one of those Trek holodecks. I like how I fit. Like, this goes like a little to the front. You can't really see it, but like, you can kind of see it. Like, it goes a little to the front here. And I can, like, if I sit like this is perfect. But I can also kind of get my arms behind here and actually like fit inside here. That's cool. Anyway. Yeah. Anyway. I don't know if that news is still like there, if that thing will still happen. If it will not, I will not be surprised. And I haven't followed the news on that, but that is my main reason why I'm excited for that movie. Not because of the story or anything, even though I expect it to be good because he had this universe in mind for like I think over 20 years by the time the movie came out, the first one, and he has 4 sequels planned. Like Avatar 2, 3, 4, and 5 are already confirmed and have been for a long time now. He has a whole thing in mind. And knowing Cameron, he directed Terminator 1 and 2. Terminator 2 is considered to be one of the best sequels of all time, alongside Alien 2, which was also directed by him. He knows how to do sequels. That also makes me excited for Avatar 2. Cameron knows how to make sequels. So yeah, there is a lot to be excited for. Like, a lot of reasons. There are many reasons to be excited for Avatar 2, in my opinion. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, definitely. But we'll see how it goes. As far as I know, and again, I may be wrong. I will probably have to Google it again. But as far as I know, he wants it to be possible in regular cinemas, as it is right now. But I guess we'll see what the future brings. Um, yes. Yes. Um, shit. I wanted to say something else. But yeah, there are many reasons, in my opinion, to be excited for Avatar 2. Outside of the story and everything. Simply just like facts based on James Cameron's past. Again, sequels, uh, my camera is mirrored. I'm sorry. Shit. Sequels. Sequels, 3D technology, having this world planned out for a long time now. Um, 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 he started working on Avatar, I think, in the 90s. Like, the first ideas came, and then in the early 2000s, he actually started working on the first concepts and stuff, but decided to not make it because the technology wasn't there yet. He wanted to wait until the technology was there. And then, yeah, and then he eventually made it when it was the time. And, yeah, again, many reasons to be excited for it, in my opinion. I don't even care that much about the story, honestly. Uh, it's just everything aside from that that I'm excited for. So, yeah. And also, he's working on it a lot. Alita Battle Angel was a passion project of his. He wanted to make that movie, but he did not. He did not direct it because he was too busy with Avatar. Over 2 years since going to the cinema and only once since Avatar. Holy shit. Holy shit. Wait, let me check my list of movies I've seen in cinema. Yes, I have one. Yeah, it was. I don't know if it holds up today. I've heard many people say that it doesn't. But like back in the day it was amazing, but I have never seen it again since my cinema visit, so I can't remember that. Like I can remember some things, some set pieces and stuff. I can remember like the middle point with the tree and stuff, a final fight, and but like no, nothing like specific. I do not. I don't really watch series, so for me it's more movies that I've seen. Also, last time I've been in cinema was in Spider-Man No Way Home. Before that, I've been to a Halloween event here in my city where there were three movies shown. Why do I keep doing this for three? This is three movies shown. Before that, I've been in Dune. Before that, I've been yeah. This is all for 2021. I've seen five movies in cinema 2021, spread over three visits. Before that, the last movie I've seen in cinema was Tenet. And yeah. I have not seen the original anime. I have read the original manga though, which was also pretty cool. And especially after reading the manga, the movie kind of left a bitter aftertaste because I want to see more. Because the movie is literally the beginning. The movie, what happens in the movie is literally just like the prologue of the manga. It doesn't even scratch the surface. It doesn't even like. It's not even. It's almost not even built up. It's so early. It's so little. It is spelled Tenet, like this. I love Tenet, but then again, I just love Nolan. I have seen all of his movies, so yeah. Oh yeah, and why does it leave a bitter aftertaste, the movie? The movie itself was fine, but it wasn't successful at all, so there will likely be no sequels. That's what leaves a bitter aftertaste. Because the movie is just the beginning, or it's almost not even the beginning, but it's already over. That's what I'm kind of mad about. I want more. I want the director to have a chance to like at least explore something of the world and stuff. Yeah. But I am. Yeah, again, I have not seen the anime, I have only read the manga. But I am excited. I'm not that excited actually for Oppenheimer, the new Nolan movie. I don't know. It's like I don't know. I'll see. I will just assume that it will be great because I can't think of a single Nolan movie that's not great except maybe Insomnia. But still, Insomnia is still very solid. So yeah, I'm excited for Oppenheimer simply because it's a Nolan movie, not because I'm excited for the topic. Yes, if you are if you're trying to market it to people who aren't into anime generally, it is extremely hard. Inglorious Bastards is amazing, especially the dialogue. I every now and again I have to think of that one scene where basically he says good job, like where it isn't very obvious if you don't pay attention to it, but through the dialogue it becomes very clear that a certain someone knows a certain something and signalizes it by saying good job. And yeah, I don't want to go into details, but like if you know, you know. Yeah, Inglorious Bastards has amazing dialogue, and is generally an amazing movie. But anyway, I think, however much I love to talk about movies and stuff, Christoph Waltz is amazing in general. And I'm glad that he made it in Hollywood, just like, how was she called? A German actress who's also, like, big. Oh, Diane Krüger. She's also great. And she's also in Inglourious Bastards. Yeah, again, Buksana, I'm just not too much into series, so it may very well be very good, but I'm very unlikely to watch it, and I'm sorry. But yeah, it is getting late. I agree. It is almost 1 for me, so I think I'm actually gonna end it now. Thank you very much for joining. Again, it's always great to have you. That's amazing. I'm still kinda mad about Ridley Scott, but that's a story for another day. Feel free to ask me tomorrow why I'm mad. I think I may have already told you, actually. I've spoken with Tom about it, like on stream while I was playing Heim. You may or may not know. Anyway, I'm mad on him. For a certain reason that has to do with this. Actually, with this movie specifically. Feel free to ask me tomorrow. Or whenever. But I'm gonna end it now. It's always fun. Again, you see, I tried to end the stream like half an hour or like 20 minutes ago, but like, movies is a topic that always just draws me in. It's just, I can't stop speaking about it. I just love that topic too much. And I think it's very obvious. Like, movies, games, and psychology are like my top 3 topics. But yes, good night. Thank you very much for joining. It's a ton of fun, and again, I just have to say it again. Just chatting is so much fun to me when there's actually someone or several people to actually talk back and stuff, to have a conversation. It's amazing. I always love that. All 2 times. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. Feel free to join again tomorrow for Blair Witch at 8. And until then, have a wonderful night, and yeah, goodbye.